Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam Namaskrityam.
Naranjaiva Narottamam
Naranjaiva
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim
Tato Jayamudiraye Nashta
Sujayamudiraye
Prayeshu Bhadreshu
Ashtavarashu Bhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam
Nityam Bhagavate Seva
Bhagavate Uttamasloke
Bhagavate Uttamasloke
Bhaktin Bhavatirnaistiki
Bhaktin Bhagavate Nistiki
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
Nandagopa Kumaraya
Nandagopa Kumaraya
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Govindaya Namaha.
Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 6, Text number 6, 266. The canto name is The Cosmic Manifestation and the chapter name is The Purusha Sukta Confirmed. Please repeat the sloka behind me. Bhagavo Lokapalanam Prayasaha Shema Karmanam.
Prayashaha Shema Karmanam.
It is a very short sloka. Word by word meaning, please repeat behind me. Bhagavaha, arms.
Bhagavaha.
Lokapalanam,
Lokapalanam.
of the governing deities,
Of the
of the planets,
of the planets,
the demigods.
the demigods.
Prayasaha, almost always.
Almost always.
Shema Karmanam,
Shema Karmanam.
of those who are leaders and protectors
and protectors
of the general mass.
of the general mass.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanavandan A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Śilā Prabhupada.
Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Translation, please repeat behind me. The Lord's arms are
The Lord's arms,
the protective fields
the productive field
for the great demigods
for the great demigods
and other leaders
and other
of the
leaders
living entities
of the living entities
who protect the general mass.
who protect the general mass.
Purport. The important verse of Srimad Bhagavatam is corroborated and nicely explained in the Bhagavad Gita 10.41 and 42 as follows. Yat yat vibhudimat sattvam Srimad urjitam eva va tat tat eva vagachatvam mama tejo asma sambhavam atava bahunaitena kim natena tavarjuna vishtabhuyadham muchabhuyaham idam krishnam ekam shena stito jagat. There are many powerful kings, leaders, learned scholars, scientists, artists, engineers, inventors, excavators, archaeologists, industrialists, politicians, economists, business magnates, and many more powerful deities or demigods like Brahma, Shiva, Indra, Chandra, Surya, Varuna, and Marut, who are all protecting the interest of the universal affair of maintenance in different positions, and all of them are different powerful parts and parcel of the Supreme Lord. The Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, is the father of all living entities who are placed in different high and low positions according to their desires or aspirations. Some of them, as particularly mentioned above, are specifically endowed with powers by the will of the Lord. A sane person must know for certain that a living being, however powerful he may be, is neither absolute nor independent. All living beings must accept the origin of their specific power as mentioned in this verse. And if they act accordingly, then simply by discharging their respective occupational duties, they can achieve the highest perfection of life, namely eternal life, complete knowledge, and inexhaustible blessings. As long as the powerful men of the world do not accept the origin of their respective powers, namely the personality of Godhead, the actions of Maya, illusion, will continue to act. The actions of Maya are such that a powerful person misled by the illusory material energy, wrongly accept himself as all in all, and does not develop God consciousness. As such, the false sense of egoism, namely myself and mine, has become overly predominant in the world. And there is a hard struggle for existence in the human society. The intelligent class of men, therefore, must admit the Lord as the ultimate source of all energies and thus pay tribute to the Lord for his good blessings. Simply by accepting the Lord as the supreme preparator of everything, since he is actually so, one can achieve the highest perfection of life. Whatever a person may be in the estimation of the social order of things, if a person try to reciprocate a feeling of love towards the Supreme Personality of Godhead and is satisfied with the blessings of the Lord, he will at once feel the highest peace of mind for which he is hankering life after life. Peace of mind, or in other words, the healthy state of mind can be achieved only when the mind is situated in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. The parts and parcel of the Lord are endowed with specific powers for rendering service unto the Lord. Just as a big business magnate's son are empowered with specific power of administration. The obedient son of the father never goes against the will of the father and therefore passes life very peacefully in concurrence with the head of the family, the father. Similarly, the Lord being the Father, all living beings should fully and satisfactorily discharge the duty and will of the Father as faithful sons. This very mentality will at once bring peace and prosperity of human society. Om Tassit. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumidamena Tashmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Putale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Ramine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyabad Pashasha Deshatarane. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So today's sloka again is the continuation of the previously we discussed. This sloka we are discussing, Brahmaji is explaining to Narada Muni. And Narada Muni also, he was also pretending himself that he wanted to know about the Supreme Lord, because as if he was not aware he is a creator of everything. So he wanted to know about the Supreme Lord from the Brahmaji. So he was asking the question, how this creation? He was thinking that Brahmaji is the creator. And Brahmaji started explaining how this creation happened, how this cosmic manifestation happened, and he was explaining the Virat Rupa of the Lord. And in the today's sloka, he is explaining about the arms of the Lord. So the Lord's arms are protective fields for the great demigods and other leaders of the living entities. So who are all we are seeing the living entities in this material world? It is not only the human being, even the other living entities like ants and other animals, birds, they are also following some leaders. And the leader, if you see the birds, one bird in the front, it will go, and the other birds they will follow. In the sky we can see, and even the ants also, and even if you see the honeybee, all the living entities, they are following some leaders within them. Even the human society also, we are following some leaders. Maybe we may take as a role model, or we like them in the way they are living, or they are protecting themselves, pretending themselves. So that is the way we are following them. Some are the spiritual people, they will follow the spiritual leaders, or who are the gurus, they will follow them. And some who are passionate to the sports, they will follow the sports stars. Who are passionate to the cinemas, they will follow the actor and actress. So they are then who are in the politics, they will follow the politicians. Who are in the business, they will follow the business magnates. So that they will get the inspiration from them, and they will make their life also similar way, trying to get into that level of the leaders. So this is the way. So who are the leaders and the demigods in this material world? So, and also demigods, what is the part of the demigods over here? Because we are seeing the leaders around us, they are doing something, and there are politicians, there are sports stars, there are cine stars, there are business magnates. We are all saying that we are accepting they are all the leaders, the society, they are trying to do something to the society. That is fine. But how about the demigods? Because we are not seeing them. So that is the argument of the atheistic people. So they are thinking that there is no God, there is no demigods. And as per the scriptures, it is said that 33 crores of demigods are there. And 33 crores of demigods, they are the servants of the Lord, Supreme Lord. They are serving the Lord through the running this material world. See, that's what this sloka also saying, the 10.11 that is mentioned by Srila-Prabhupada in this. So the meaning of this, the sloka 10.41 and 42, know that all opulent, beautiful and glorious creations spring from but a spark of my splendor. So whatever we are seeing in this material world, everything, whatever you are able to see, the plants, the aquatics, the animals, other living entities, other animals, human beings, everything, it is just a spark of the Lord's splendor. That's what Lord is saying there. So it is just a spark only. See, if it is the big forest fire is happening, from that one spark light came out from that, how it will be? If you compare to the forest fire, it is fire. The fire is a huge area. It is getting fired, but a burned. But if you are able to take only one spark from out of that, that is the value. How can we compare that, both the spark and the entire forest? We cannot compare both, but the qualitatively they are same, but we cannot compare that. So the similar way with whatever the creation in this material world we are seeing, it is just a spark. That's what Lord is confirming here. And also the 10.42, Lord is saying that, but what need is there, Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge, with a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. So this entire universe is just a fragmental part. It's a very, very insignificant part of whatever I am managing. That's what Krishna is saying. It is a very, very minute. This entire universe is very, very minute for the Supreme Lord. So it is compared with a mustard bag. So if you see the bag of mustard, so if you see the mustard, how much mustard is there in that bag? So it is very, very, it is so many, if you each and even if you try to count it, crores of mustard will be there. And that many universes are there in this material world. That many universes are there. So that universe, in that much universe, one of the universe, and within that universe, we are there. So in the universes, this universe itself is a fragment, very, very, very small fragment for the Supreme Lord. Then how big, how great the Supreme Lord is. He is unlimited. We cannot imagine. That's what our acharyas are saying. So that much Supreme Lord, it is taking care of this entire universe with a very, very, very easy way. It is taking care of this universe, and he is employed the demigods. So the demigods are the servants of the Supreme Lord. So how we can, if you see in our political way, in our material way, there is a president, prime minister, chief minister, MLAs, MPs, the hierarchy is there. And the downwards, if you see the who are all working for the government. So from the top president to the person who is cleaning outside out on the road, they're all the government employees. So if you consider the president, just for your comparison, the president of the Supreme Lord, all the workers, all the government employees who are working for the welfare of the society, welfare of the country, those all government employees are, you can consider them as a demigods. So president is the only one person, but the demigods are so government employees are so many. The similar way, the Supreme Lord is only one person, but there are 33 crores of demigods are there they are serving the Supreme Lord. They are serving in the way whatever the Supreme Lord is expecting, that is the way they were serving. And also here it is mentioned that the other great leaders, the living entities. So there are also productive fields from the arms. They are also coming out from the arms of the Supreme Lord. So who are all seeing the political leaders or the spiritual leaders or the business magnates we are seeing in this material world, all are the part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. They empowered by the Lord to do some activity to the society. So that is the reason they got that. And also, because of their previous punya karma, so they got that opulences. So they are using that opulences, they are serving the society. So this is the way the setup, the Lord is setting up this material world. So everything, so on top of everything under the control of the Lord. And Lord is the cause of all causes. These two things we never forget these two things. God is the supreme, He is the controller of everything, and He is the owner of everything. So that mindset we should have. And also, it is Upanishad, it is saying that whatever it is for you to live in this material world, you should accept only those things. You should not accept more than necessary. If you are accepting more than necessary, you are a thief. So that is the reason, whatever is required for this material world to live, only those things we have to accept. The rest of the things is meant for others. So if the things which are meant for others, we are accumulating, means that is we are all thieves. So if you see, there are so much of lands are there. The farms, they are the paddy farm, the wheat farm. There are so many big farms. There are big people, the zamindars, they are all owning so much of land. And most of the people, they are self-centered. They are thinking about their own family. I am the big zamindar, I have so much of land. In the same village, if you see, there is a poor person will be there. He may not have even a bit of land, 1 feet land also. He will work under that zamindar or somebody. But that condition is, it is not it is what the person is doing. If he is not giving the whatever he is earning, the zamindar or somebody who is having the more land, if you need to equally, you need to treat all the people, you need to give them the whatever necessity to the people in this overall around him. If he is not doing and he is enjoying, he wanted to enjoy everything, all the things, whatever is produced by this, whatever the land and who are the workers, if he wanted to enjoy and very peanuts only he is giving to the other workers, that means he is a thief. So that's what the Upanishads are saying. So whatever the things required for our life to live this material world, only we need a small house and some job we need, so that we can get some salary or some money we can earn, some business we can do, or some farm we can do, or some cows we can grow some cows, so that we can get some output from them and we can utilize for our family welfare, as well as that will be useful for our improve our bhakti. So the entire life of our life, the human life, is meant here in this material world. It is to understand this for the self-realization. Who are we and who is the God, and what is the relation between us and the God? For that purpose only the human life is provided for us. And if you consider other living entities, plants, animals, aquatics, all the other living entities are to help to run this material world. They are all some other way they will help in this material world to other living entities. But only the human being in this material world, they are all useless to this material world. Useless in the sense, they are not useful to the material world. Because the very reason for the human body is they are not meant for to be there in this material world. All the other living entities, animals, aquatics, or plants, They are in the evolution process. They need to get another body, another body, another body. They have to come to the species of human species. So 80 lakhs of species are there apart from the human species. So all the other living entities, they have to pass through all the 80 lakhs of species, and the 80 lakhs of species itself, they will be some or other way to helping into this in this material world. So they have to do some service to this material world. If you see, even the small honeybee also, it is helpful for the human society. So all the other living entities it is help to human society to live peacefully. So what is the live peacefully means? Not just eating, meeting, sleeping, defending. It is not meant for that. It is meant for the self-realization. So utilizing all these things, the human being, first, they should have the realization that whatever the place we are living in this material world, this is temporary for me. Whatever this body, that is also temporary. So this body is provided by the Lord for me, for my self-realization. So for that, I need to utilize this body, and it is not to grow my body, and whatever I am eating, whatever I am enjoying, whatever I'm trying to enjoy in the outside, whatever it is there, it is not for my enjoyment. That is the understanding the intelligent person will have. So the intelligent person, what they will do, they will not try to exploit, or they will not try to enjoy this material world. What they will do, they will think that it is just provided. The material world is provided for the self-realization. So I need to get into that path to understand the Supreme Lord, to get into to serve the gurus and the acharyas, and whatever they are saying, try to learn and try to follow that, so that I will get into the path of the salvation. So that is the one and only task for the human being. But the human being, because of their ignorance, they are not able to understand all these activities. They are thinking that this material world is all in all, and I'm not going to die anymore. I'm going to live forever. So whatever the things are provided in this material world, I need to accumulate more and more, more and more, more and more. That is a tendency that is currently in the current society, it is going on. So if your current society, if you see everywhere, even if you see some advertisements, some advertisements in the YouTube or in the TV, everywhere, how to you become a crorepati, lakpati, how do you become a materially, how can you enjoy this material world? All the advertisements are meant for that only. That is just to try to attract the people in mass. So the ignorant people get attracted by those kind of advertisements. They are running behind this. So because of that, there are many scams also happening. So recently we saw there is a scam in the Bangalore, one of the guy, the cyber security scam. So cyber scam. How? Somebody told that there is a courier, from Delhi, they got the customs officers, kind of they spoke. Courier came from in your name, it contains the illegal things. So we are going to arrest you. Before that, we want to understand whatever the things, assets you have. So he provided all the list, and they told that he should not disclose to anyone, even to a wife also he should not disclose. If you disclose, that is breach of agreement. So many things they put. He controlled that person's mind for at least 2 weeks. They controlled his mind through the fake way of control their minds. And whatever they did, 18 lakhs they take over from that person. They looted that person, 18 lakhs. So this is the way of the person who is there in this material world. We are very foolish way. Our mind is also thinking. We never think twice. If something calamities come to us, we will think that how can I protect myself? So we are ready to leave this material things also, but we will try to think how to protect myself. That's the only thing the people are thinking. Because of that, they are trapped by this all kind of scams. So the intelligent person, what they will do, they will think about, they will think twice before doing anything. And there are so many scams are happening like that in this material, because they also, the person who is doing the scams, they also wanted to loot this person. They want to enjoy without doing any job. They want to enjoy this material world. And the person who is accumulated more, they are the only person trapped by those people. So both of them, the person who is lacking who is getting into the loss, that person also the thief, and the person who is looting, they're also thief. Both are thieves. So the thief is looting another thief. That is the way the material world is currently running. So the intelligent person, if they won't get into this, all those scams, they won't trying to be increase their material opulences. They always think about how can they increase their spiritual opulences? How can they provide their progress in the spiritual path? So that is their only thing. Otherwise, if you are with the person not thinking about spirituality, how to go out of this material world, if the person not aware, that person is we will consider that person as the ignorant person. So ignorant person, what will happen? Ignorant person will always under the clutches of Maya. So the person who is the intelligent person, who is taking the path of the spiritual life, that is under the clutches of the Supreme Lord. And the Maya and Supreme Lord. So the Maya also working under the Supreme Lord, because the Supreme Lord's wish is, so this person, they want to enjoy this material world, they want to exploit this material world more. So let Maya control those people, and Maya will give more and more, He will Maya, Maya will give everything, material, sense gratification also. The same way, double the time, she will give kicks also. So the person, they will try to enjoy and they will get the kicks up from the Maya. And again, what will happen? At the end of the life, again, they have to, again, they cannot think about the Supreme Lord. Anda kalecha mamavam swaramutta kalevaram. At the end of the life, when you leave this body, we have to think about the Lord. That is the purpose of life, human life in this material world. But these people who are all materially engrossed, they cannot think about the Supreme Lord at the end of the life. They will think about how can I'm leaving this big bungalows, big cars, it is my business, my wives, my children. They will think about only these material things, which are temporary things only. So while at the time of leaving this body, the people think about that, then what will happen? Again, they will come back to this material world again. So that is what happening in this material world. So we are seeing that so many, the human beings are increasing in this material world. That means the aquatics and animals and the plants, they're all they came in the progressive way and they reached the human form here. So the human form reached means within the human form also there are 4 lakh species are there. There are also evolution processes there. The 4 lakh species also evolution process there in the human form also. So there are some human form, we can see them in the human form, but they are act as like an animal only. So they will eat whatever they want. They don't have any cleanliness. They will think about only their sense gratification. There is, for such people, they are just like animals only. Animals, at least some helpful to the society, but this kind of people, they are not even helpful to the society also. So the such people, we are living along with such people in the 4 lakh species of human species, but we are at least got the taste of the Supreme Lord and the taste of bhakti. So that is the this is due to the mercy of our acharyas. So we should always very much in-depth to our acharyas, whatever they provided to us. So we have to always thankful to them. And what is the thankfulness? How can we repay this? The repayment is whatever they are expecting from us is just, yes, the acharyas, they don't have anything, their personal thing. Okay, you take care of my family, my son and my daughter or my wife. Acharyas, they won't think about that. They will always think about that. How can you expand this knowledge to others? You expand this knowledge to others through book distribution, or through Nagar Sankirtan, or through Kirtans, or to building a temples. You expand this knowledge to others. That is the only thing we can repay to our acharyas. So whatever knowledge we got. So today's sloka, we discuss about the Virat Rupa of the Lord. In the Virat Rupa, the arms of the Lord, the productive fields are productive fields for the great demigods and the other leaders in the living entities. They are all coming from the arms of the Lord. So arms of the Lord means, so arms, what is the purpose of the arm? So with the arms only we are doing all the activities in this material world. So arms is a kind of a working senses. It's one of the working sense. So like that, for Lord's working sense, in order to run this material world, arms, the demigods and the leaders are running this material world. So they are all considered as the arms of the Lord. So that is the illustration provided by Brahmaji to Narada about this loka. Hare Krishna. Thank you, everyone. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai.